would encompass all of the themes of the songs on the record. And I don't know, we kind of found a lot of the songs on the record were kind of about trying to grab hold of, like, you know, these like moments, positive and negative, these kind of like fleeting experiences, and trying to like capture that all. And the phrase "make glad the day" is from a Percy Shelley poem called "The Flowers That Smile Today."
Okay.
And it was, and Nick and I both going to university for English and English literature, we kind of dig that kind of stuff. So we thought it was a fitting title. It kind of encompasses everything on the record and all the thematic undercurrents.
Well, right on. It's always good to have a good little backstory to it, because some albums don't. Sometimes it just the album kind of comes out of the woodworks. But it's nice to have a good background to kind of give people a background story of how the album kind of came about. And you know, pretty much for the most part, it is a pretty happy album, because that's pretty much what I succumbed to the title.
Right.
So I really enjoyed it. So we're gonna get to another tune here, and the next tune we're gonna do is called "No Substitute." This is the Sylvia Platters. Dig this. Right on. That was the Sylvia Platters with "No Substitute." Now this one was really catchy, a little short, but it just kind of flowed very well and kind of got straight to the point. I really enjoyed this tune.
Cool. Yeah, it's kind of got a bit of a Guided by Voices vibe to it. Just quick and easy and getting it out quickly, you know?
Now, Tim, I gotta ask you, because most of the songs on the album are shorter, and there's nothing wrong with that. But was there an idea in mind to kind of keep them short on purpose, or was that just kind of the way it kind of panned out?
Well, we kind of like to take the best of what we got and throw it on the record. And I don't know, I find sometimes when I write a song, and once it gets up around the 2.5, 3, 4 minute mark, I feel like I'm stretching it a little bit, especially with really simple melodies. I don't know, like we can fit more on the record this way and kind of get cool little tunes that people can dig, you know, instead of just maybe 8 or 9 songs on the record, get like what we have, like 13 songs on the record.
Well, fair enough.
Short, sweet, and to the point.
Bob, go ahead, buddy.
Oh, just short, sweet, and to the point. I like them.
Okay, well, right on. I was expecting a little more, but it's okay. So, Tim, now, do you guys have any plans coming up for like promotion, like shows, that sort of thing?
Yeah, we have a show tomorrow night, which is kind of our album release show, even though it's a digital release right now. We actually don't have any physical copies of the record. It's going to be in Abbotsford out here in BC at a venue called Brothers Bowling and Billiards. So it's a bowling alley, but we're kind of converting into a venue for the night, and we're going to play with a couple local bands, casinos, and Saturdays, and it's going to be a good night.
Right on. Now, I know you said you're pressing vinyl, but are you doing actual like CD copies as well, or what are you doing for the album?
We're not going to do any CD releases, at least not right now. We do have some copies on CD, but we're kind of sending them around to radio stations and local newspapers, trying to maybe catch a couple of reviews that way, because not a lot of newspapers are kind of up to date with internet
No, fair
related
enough.
things. You send them a link to your album and they don't know what's going on. So
Yeah.
sometimes they just need the CD.
Right on. So we're gonna get to another song here, Tim, and that song we're gonna get to is a song called Bluebell. Dig this.
All of the notes collide. They never match your stride. Though my tongue stays tied, open your heart up and let me inside. It seems strong and swift we fell. Nothing feels the same, covered in bluebell. Covered in bluebell. When I hear you fall asleep, it doubles my heartbeat. I love the scent of your hair. Draw me close. I've got dreams that only you can share. It seems strong and swift we fell. It means petals and paper exchange. Nothing feels the same, covered in bluebell. Suddenly open eyes teach you to realize every tomorrow flows in a forever, never let her go. It seems strong and swift we fell. It means petals and paper exchange. Nothing feels the same, covered in bluebell. Covered in bluebell. Covered in bluebell. Covered in bluebell.
The Sylvia Platters, Bluebell. You know what, Tim? Like I said before, this is such a happy album, and the music is just fantastic. I mean, it's so uplifting. I mean, this is a great tune. You know, it's one of those albums that you listen to and just smile, not just because the music's good, but because it's just happy. Like, great tune. I really liked it.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, I got to bring out the bells on that one, so that was kind of nice. It always lifts up the song a little bit when you have a little bit of bells on a song.
Bob?
I totally agree. I was actually just about to ask you about the bells.
Yeah, I played a little xylophone in high school for my school band, so I have a little bit of a background.
Nice.
Played the bells. Yeah, so I was able to bring that into the record, which was kind of nice.
You know,
You're definitely quite a musician. Pretty versatile. Drums, this, that, and every other thing.
you know,
Yeah,
go ahead, Tim.
No, I was just going to say everyone in the band does something different. We even brought in our bass player's brother who went to school to play saxophone, and he came in and played on a couple tracks, which was pretty nice too. Yeah.
Right on. You know, I'm almost. I wish I had the clip of Christopher Walken going, "The song needs more cowbell."
So, I tell you, fellas, What it needs is a little more cowbell.
Uh-huh.
Explore the studio space.
Yeah, I played the hell out of this thing. Well, right on. So next up, we're gonna get to another song from the album "Make Glad the Day." This is the Sylvia Platters with a song called "Daphne." Take this.
I was sitting all alone in the kitchen on a weekday evening, tuning the receiver when I caught her voice floating in. I got a feeling that I can't explain. The first time I ever heard her name, Daphne, don't speak for all, but she speaks to me. She's a radio talk show queen on the AM dial. I'm a first-time caller, but a long-time admirer, Daphne. She's the prophetess of seer. She made me a believer, alright. She's a mystery that I want to solve. Now I want my life to revolve around Daphne. Don't speak for all, but she speaks to me. She's a radio talk show queen on the AM dial. Ask the engineer if I could see her sometime after the show. He looked back at me, a little bit strange, like there was something I really needed to know. I was falling for her sight unseen, behind the veil and behind the screen. Daphne, don't speak for all, but she speaks to me. She's a radio talk show queen on the AM dial. She's a mystery that I want to solve. Now I want my life to revolve around Daphne. Don't speak for all, but she speaks to me. She's a radio talk show queen on the AM dial.
Daphne, the Sylvia Platters. Now, Tim, this one obviously was geared towards a female. What kind of drove this song?
Well, this song was written about, it was a book my brother read, where there was a mysterious talk show host who wore a veil over her face, and no one knew her identity. And I don't know, Nick kind of drew a little inspiration for the lyrics for that one. And musically, it's I think it's the song that kind of sounds the most Canadian rock, kind of like a little Sloan in there.
Oh man, I tell you what, for me it was a cross between like mid to late 80s and John Cougar Mellencamp.
Oh, really?
No, I was going to say, I totally heard Sloan out of that.
Cool.
Right on. So, Bob, any more questions?
No, I'm good for now. Let's get some more music going.
Right on. So, why don't we get to... Oh, that's a good one. I'll Be Your Vanity. Sylvia Platters. This is off Make Glad the Day. Take this.
I'll be your vanity, I'll be your antique chest of drawers, I'll be your English garden with a rose bush and a pond. I'll be your gardener, I'll keep your house and cut your